Hi and Assalamualaikum. We will present about pressure measurement control in food industry. Okay, my group member consists of me, Nur Emilia Maisara, Nur Batrisha, Nur Wardatur Hanim, and Siti Khadijah. For introductions, pressure sensor for the food and beverage industry are a special category that has a unique requirement. Pressure sensors for this industry are found in applications that include regulating milk tank on the farm to application in a food processing plants that make a wide range of products that from chips to a fruit juice. They are found in applications that measure pressures in a fermentation tanks, discharge pressures from the diaphragm pumps, and the sterilization equipment. One of the most unique characteristics that apply to the pressure sensors of the food and beverage industry is that they must meet the hygienic requirements. Second, they must be highly accurate and have the excellent long-term stability. And also they must be resistant to shock, vibration, and be resistant to the calibration drift. Pressure measurement control in a food industry consists of transmitter, sensor, pressure gauge, and a control valve. All of these devices has its own function in making the pressure measurement control works well in a food industry.
About our working principles and operation. So firstly is transmitter. Pressure transmitters measure pressure in various mediums such as liquids, fluids, and gases. And it also alert the users when a wide difference in range occurs. This is how pressure transmitters help prevent accidents in industry process. Okay, so the operation of transmitters is it convert the mechanical pressure into analog electrical signal. And this pressure measurement is based on capturing the changes in voltage. The pressure on the pressure transmitter acts as a force on the diaphragm. Depending on the applied pressure, the diaphragm either expands or compresses, and the resistance value changes accordingly. The value is then transmitted as an electrical signal. Next is the working principles and operation of sensor in pressure measurement control in food industry. So what does sensor usually do is that most pressure sensors translate pressure into physical motion that is in proportion to the applied pressure. Pressure sensors are vital in ensuring that the instruments maintain a certain temperature and a certain pressure level. Without this, there would be issues with the integrity of the food and drink prepared in the industry. So next is the control valve. The control valves work by measuring the pressure of flow on either side of a valve and then regulating these pressures through the use of an actuator or other method. This control valve also manipulates a flowing fluid such as gas, steam, water or chemical compounds to compensate for the load disturbance and keep the regulated process variable as close as possible to the desired set point. Okay, so this is the example of the pressure measurement control in food industry. So this is where the high pressure steam in, and this is a section where the pressure is manipulated variable. So this pressure cause is measure the pressure of the pressure steam that enter the system, and it goes to the control device which is control valve. At this part, the pressure is regulate here. When the pressure is too high, the pressure will be lowered and controlled here at the control valve. And then you will go to the measuring element, pressure sensors, which is here the sensor, and it will undergo certain part where the pressure also control and the low pressure steam is out.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. I want to explain about sensor block diagram. Okay, The block diagram of sensor is shown below. This block diagram includes different blocks like sensing unit, signal conditioning, analog to digital conversion, application algorithm, local user interface, memory, and communication unit of transceiver. Okay, so for the sensing unit, this unit detects the changes in physical parameters and generates electrical signal equivalent to its signal. Okay, next for the conditioning unit, the signal conditioning unit controls the signal to meet the necessities of next level operation without losing data. Next, analog to digital converter. Okay, ADC converts the signal from analog to digital format and sends it to the microprocessor. For the local user interface, the local user interface or LUI is a panel-mounted device used to allow building operators to monitor and control system equipment. Application algorithm, the signal from a smart sensor reach here and process the receiver data based on the application programs previously load here and generate output signal. For the memory, it is used to store media and for saving, receive, and process data. Okay, last but not least, the output for the communication unit, the output signal from the application algorithm or microprocessor are transmitted to the main station through the communication unit. This unit also gets a common requirement from the key station to execute specific tasks. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Next, my name is Siti Khadija. I will present about advantage and disadvantage. First, pressure measurement is control valve. Advantage for control valve is it has a good closing filter. Second, can be used in either way in circuit. The third is provide laminar flow and hence the loss of pressure is minimal. For disadvantage is prone to leakage when system operate in high temperature that fluctuates periodically and it create a vibration. Next pressure measurement is sensor. Advantage for sensor is to provide real-time data. Second, precision and accuracy. Lastly, ability to work in harsh environment. Disadvantage for sensor: first, cost. Second is susceptibility to interfere and damage, and limited time span. Next pressure measurement is pressure gauge. Advantage for pressure gauge is no operation interruption required and no parallax error. Disadvantage is easy to see full scale, not able to read oscillating values required power and is required power. Lastly is transmitter. Advantage for transmitter is rack signal with low electromagnetic stability and safe on cable wire because it only needs two wires to function. Disadvantage is elevated output at zero reading and supply not isolated from output. I think that's all from us. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum.